Smash Bros has over 1,100 songs represented by some of the most iconic video game franchises ever. I don't have every song, of course. The selection Smash has overall is fantastic. So then explain to me why, in an intense Game 4 in Winner's Quarter inside the largest Smash prize pool in the history of the series, had this song playing.
It's there, however,
he might have just picked them just to see like what Void's reaction is going to be like. Can I get a little...
Listen, Super Mario World got some bangers, but it's probably the last song I ever want to hear in a massive stakes smash like this. So it got me thinking, which series soundtrack is the one I'd want to hear in an intense match? The OST that if I picked a random song from, I'd feel the intensity of the game that much more. Well, I'll tell you exactly that right after we discover the intensity of Raid Shadow Legends, the greatest mobile game of all time. Make sure to use my QR code or in the link in the description below to download Raid yourself to your mobile phone or PC. Raid's got a ton of champions, with Oryx being one of my favorites. Just look at the hair on them, just tell me that doesn't ooze style. Well, except for, King Garog, he opted for death and destruction look. When you hear Orc, you think of orcas or evil humanoid goblin demons, one or the other, but in Raid, they're not that bad. Their homes were completely taken over after a war that caused them all to be nomadic, and now they're all just trying to survive. In Raid, the Queen Ava of the Elves rallied them all up and now they're all pals, but they don't quite fully trust her. I'd tell you more, but it's spoilers, so make sure to check the campaign for the full juice. See, the thing about Raid is that it's not like most mobile games where you got cutesy little fellas running around. No, sir. The intensity Raid got going on really immerses you in the battle. Big hits from enemies actually kinda hurt, but the amount of juice you can dish right back is just as crazy. That oomph factor it's got going on is easily one of my favorite parts of the game. If you're nervous about getting started, don't be, fellas. Legit, right now is better than ever to join. Special events every single day, a bunch of new awesome champions, and a huge update coming this month with the Guardian Ring. It's a massive feature that gives you a bunch of new ways to use your champion, new ways to get legendary champions you missed out on, and an entirely new way to upgrade your favorite champion. Super huge, super exciting, all happening right now. If you want an even bigger head start, all you have to do is hit the link in the description or scan the QR code literally right here. New players will get an epic hero who's amazing in the Doom Tower. They'll get 200k silver, 1 XP boost, 1 energy refill, and 1 ancient shard so you can summon the champion as soon as you get in-game. Like legit. For free. This champion's all yours. All you gotta do is use the link below. You'll find your rewards here in your inbox for the next 30 days only. Find me under TC Nick 3, fellas, and you might be able to join my clan. So just make sure, again, to check out the link in the description or the thing right here. OSTs in general have huge influence from the game they're from, obviously. Take Legend of Zelda, for example. Fantastic music that really embraces what the games are about. Heroism, exploration, curiosity, adventure. The music could not be more fitting for this series, and it suits it well. It's a fantastic OST. However, objectively, is this the type of song you'd want to hear in a grand final set? I love Wind Waker. I love this song. I wouldn't want to hear it anywhere near MKLeo and Tweak duking it out. Keep this in mind because a lot of classic OSTs like Mario and Zelda have the inherent disadvantage of including these classic melodies that are fantastic in the game's context, but not in the context of a competitive match. So as a result, what we're going to use to determine how good an OST is are the following criteria. Does it match the intensity of a game? If it's too upbeat, too slow, too weird, then it probably won't work. Can I enjoy this without context? If I can only appreciate the music if I played the game, it's probably not the best song for a match. And finally, quality over quantity. I would rather have a series have 10 songs and 7 or 8 of them being top tier bangers than have 50 songs and 15 of them being bops. We also have the power of statistics. 31 Nordas Music has every single Smash Bros song in his channel, and so as a result we can use the top 100 songs to get an idea of what people like listening to most. And keep in mind, I didn't use this to make the rankings themselves, I just thought it was interesting to see how wrong people are. So with that being said, let's jump into number 10. Because Punch-Out is a game about boxing, you know it's gonna have some tunes that get you pumped. That make you just want to get up and the shit out of someone. Little Mac's whole series revolves around him being the underdog that got something to prove, where he faces opponents much bigger and more established than himself, but still comes out on top by using his own strengths. As a result, the music is going to reflect that, and no matter the Punch-Out song that's playing, it's going to be something that gets you going and ramps up the intensity. Take World Circuit theme for instance. It sounds like a song that plays as you're about to head into that next league of greatness. You've worked so hard and you're finally here, and all you gotta do is push through these challenges coming up. I would love to put Punch Out higher, but it's in a unique situation. 100% of the songs in Smash are fantastic at Pump 2, but they only have 5 songs. I felt kinda dishonest putting it in this list at all due to having so little, but at the same time, all of its songs are great, so I settled as just putting it as last. In the top 100 songs, Little Mac appears a grand total of 1 time with Minor Circuit. At 20% of all songs in the top 100 though is not bad. Number 9. FZero may be a dead franchise, but the music at least is thriving. If you've ever played on the big blue stage, you know the music is gonna keep you going, with old reliable Mute City being heat. So heat, they got 3 versions of it, all equally heat. This song and Big Blue are probably the most iconic, but Planet Colors high-key goes hard. I'm a sucker for songs that use synthesizers. Feels like I'm in a tunnel that's got these strobe lights going on so I can rave while I race. Unts, 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 unts. Even the song that plays when you're just choosing your car in the garage is incredibly badass for no reason. These themes fit the racing glove nicely, which also matches Captain Falcon as a whole. Flashy, going 100 miles a minute, intense. FZero does a great job of instilling that aspect into Smash. While not the most diverse, and only featuring 1 song with vocals, pretty much any track from this series is going to be a good one to listen to in a grand final set. Especially if it's a song where the guy starts by screaming FZero. Hell yeah! FZero appears twice on the top 100, both being the 2 songs I mentioned in the beginning being the most iconic. Number 8. Metroid is a cool character and his music is even okay, sorry. Nah, but the Metroid music is really cool as hell. It captures the dreary atmosphere of the games perfectly, and almost all the songs are super intense, like Brinstar deaths with the violins that slap, then build up into the guitar right after, and a collective melody of badass. There's also the iconic, Samus is under fire. She sent an emergency directive. Join the fight. It's great. Metroid music isn't as iconic as the other big Nintendo series, but overall, because Samus is always in space with some crazy ass aliens, a majority of its music is going to reflect that and give it intense vibes and match the intensity of a Smash set. You do have some slower songs here and there like the ending Metroid theme, and no song with notable vocals, but overall, because a strong majority of the music is perfect for battle, I think it's earned a spot at number 8. There are 2 Metroid songs appearing in the top 100, neither of which feature Samus in the thumbnail. Number 7. Fatal Fury is in the top 3 for the most amount of songs in the game. It's amazing because when Terry was getting worked in as DLC, Sakurai initially sent over 50 song choices to SNK, expecting 10 or 20 to use. SNK was like, yeah, okay, you can have them all. Now we got some fire tracks in Fatal Fury, one of them being Kurikinton. Woo! Man, if I'm ever working on a vid and I don't know what song to choose for a hype moment, sometimes I just go, okay, throw Kurikinton in there. This song has so much energy, really brings up the pace of a match, and it sounds so rowdy too, like you're in the middle of a bar fight scene. Psycho Soldier is another classic. We got vocals up in this bitch. Fire! Fire! Yeah, this song goes hard for sure. It's also one of the first songs in video game history to feature vocals. And, another fun fact, you also got the track with the longest name in the Smash Bros. Series. Haremar, Faith, Capoeira School. Song of the Fight, Believers Will Be Saved. Fatal Fury. Overall, Fatal Fury has a wide selection of bops, which is insane, given it has so many songs. You'd expect a chunk of it to be filler songs, but nah, they're all pretty quality. The reason why it's number 7 and not any higher is because, while the songs are great, a lot of them are quite simple. Dare I say, formulaic. You got the strong opener with a single instrument, usually an electric guitar, and then the middle portion that amps up the intensity and then boom, repeat. It never gets too spicy, it kinda stays in a safe lane, and while this works and still results in fire music, doesn't leave us with too many songs that are iconic. Fighting game songs are always gonna keep you pumped though, and for that, Fatal Fury is still in the top 10. Fatal Fury appears 3 times in the top 100, 2 of which have over 1 million views. Number 6. I don't usually acknowledge this character, but this is his soundtrack, so this is different. Mega Man music has simple ass names like Shadow Man Stage, Spark Man Stage, Quick Man Stage, Wind Man Stage. One of those is made up actually, and I bet you can't guess which. But the music itself is actually so good. I've never played a Mega Man game, but based off the name, you can clearly see how the music matches it. Like this song sounds like a fireman stage. Sounds urgent and dangerous, like the fire is gonna overwhelm you any second. Woodman stage is a bit more upbeat in the beginning, but then it has this sequence that slides into action. Like just because it's wood doesn't mean it won't f you up. And then the Snake Man stage is my personal favorite. Not only is the beginning explosive with it telling you shit's about to go down, but the violins are intoxicating. Like they're running in and out of your ears, charming you with every note. Mega Man music is very distinctive and endearing. They're all fast-paced with the remixes all having that retro origin, but with a much more modern execution. It's so good for fighting since, like I said, they're all fast-paced, they get you going. You got some songs here and there that are entirely retro and, well, it has its own charm, not the best to listen to in battle. As a result, Mega Man is going to land at a solid number 6. There are 2 Mega Man songs in the top 100, with the Mega Man 2 medley being in the top 15. At this point in the list, we enter the S-tier soundtracks. Everything before this is top tier as well, but these next 5 are in the league of their own for having an array of fantastic songs, while also having some masterpieces. Number 5. First on the tier is Sonic. Because Sonic's whole thing is going fast, his music encapsulates that perfectly. There is not one slow song on Sonic's catalog. Every note is meant to pump you up and keep you going. Not only that, but 10 of the 20 songs in the Sonic catalog have vocals, which is always a boost to quality. Open Your Heart has a guitar that creeps in, but when it gets there, it zooms into that solo, right into the guy singing. I don't know the lyrics, but even then, you know it's some inspirational shit that you can appreciate regardless. Live and Learn. I could write a fucking book about this song. With Sonic Adventure 2 being my favorite Sonic game ever, the inspiration in this theme plus the nostalgia actually just makes me a bit too powerful when it's playing. But what makes a song universally great is being able to appreciate it without the context of the game, which is absolutely the case with this song. The vigor and determination you hear in the chorus of Live and Learn will make you want to shout out the lyrics along with it, even if it's your first time hearing. There's something about the vocalist that makes it seem like you can trust him, and he's just giving you advice that at the end of the day, it's on you to make that next step. Just gotta live and learn, baby. And then, of course, one of my favorites without vocals is definitely His World. Like the guitar solo alone has enough juice in it to power a small city. Originally I had Sonic a bit higher, but after thinking about it, I think Here makes the most sense because honestly, a lot of Sonic songs really only vibe with you if you've played the game. Like I get a power up and a half from Green Hill Zone, Sonic Heroes, and Sonic Boom, but only because I have the nostalgia aspect kicking in more than anything. People who've never touched Sonic games can appreciate it, but might not get as pumped from it. However, if you have enjoyed a Sonic game, odds are it's represented nicely here, given that 20 songs come from 16 different games. Even though there are some Sonic bangers missing, like, of course, Pumpkin Hill, Sonic is beautifully represented in Smash music-wise, which as a result stays true to the quality and heat it's known for, cementing him in the top 5. And there are 2 songs in the top 100, one of them being the GOATs, of course. Number 4. For a series about Omega Boomers, Castlevania has some of the best music in Smash. With 30 songs in the series, you could spin a Castlevania song wheel, and it'd be very likely you'll land on a banger. Because the game takes place like 200 years after medieval ages, they have that archaic but charming vibe to them that's distinct to the series. Jet Black Wings has a slight twinge of a retro Castlevania vibe, but with a performance and a half with the guitar. Despite never having played a game, it's exactly what I imagine modern Castlevania is like, and nails not only the atmosphere, but the intensity. As I said earlier, violins are my weakness, and so Divine Bloodlines has nailed that shit by having magical violins. Like, it genuinely makes me want to get up and go beat up some bats. Feels like this song would play in the middle of a journey. Like, you're not quite at the peak of the game, but like 75% of the way there. So the pace is at its climax, and it's scary as shit out here, but if you just keep pushing, you will find the light. Then you got Vampire Killer, whose name alone is badass as fuck. The remix, I feel, encapsulates the Castlevania series perfectly. Like, the hint of the organ that plays in the background of the booming electric guitar works so well in it, giving the old-time feel. Castlevania is the only series in the top 5 I've never played, but you don't need to play the games to feel the music, to know that so many of them are quality bops that will make any match that much more intense. Castlevania appears 4 times in the top 100, peaking just shy of top 10 at number 11 with Divine Bloodlines, and also all the way at the bottom at number 100 with Out of Time. Number 3. Fire Emblem is always the butt of the joke when it comes to representation in Smash, but with music, they're in a league above almost everyone else. Because Fire Emblem is a strategy RPG with war themes revolving around it, it's gonna make sense that a lot of the songs are meant to get you in that battle mood. Like, listen to the good old Fire Emblem theme. Even though it's a tad slow, the Latin is kinda hype. Makes you feel like you're in a coliseum, like you're a gladiator about to fight for your f***ing life. And it also gives me Brawl theme vibes, you know, which we all know is the greatest theme for any video game ever. Then on the other hand, you have Fodlan Winds, which focuses more on build-up. You got the trumpets playing majestically, holding, and then BAM! You got the flurry of instruments showering you with a Fire Emblem approved melody of hope and reassurance. The feeling of you f***ing got this, let's go! Will get you pumped every time. Then you got Story 5 Meeting. Man, even when I didn't know much about the music used in Smash, this song instantly stood out to me. Flames, man, come on! One of the most exciting tracks in the game. And finally, you have one of my favorite songs in video game history, Edge of Dawn. This song can only truly be appreciated if you've played Fire Emblem Three Houses, but the combination of a beautiful voice and these electric beats make it unlike any other song I've ever heard before. See, Fire Emblem has the second most tracks in the entire game, but the fact that so many of these are actually quality songs that get you hyped is what gives it top 3 status. A fun fact, it also has the first song in the series to originate from a mobile game as well. Just goes to show how extensive, diverse, and overall great their music is. Also, I don't know if you've noticed this, but MK Leo almost always plays Fire Emblem songs when he's on the big stage. This could be the last piece you've been missing in your Smash strategy, fellas. There are 7 Fire Emblem songs in the top 100, peaking in the top 20 with the Fire Emblem Three Houses main theme. Number 2. Xenoblade Chronicles music was already top tier as hell, but then they added these 2 as DLC and gave us a butt ton of new songs along with it just to be able to say, yeah, we're kinda goated. While not the biggest game series, Xenoblade is known for having stellar music. It masters both that tranquil, calming theme that makes you feel safe, and badass battle music that makes the Mechon shit their pants. The best part is that for Smash, they didn't include the nice cozy wozy music. Every Xenoblade 1 song, except for Guard Plains Night version, is fire! You got one of the best battle themes you will ever know with You Will Know Our Names. The urgency in the beginning of this song screams, oh shit, danger! Then at one point it gets a little melodic, a little slower, but it's all a ruse, all a build up because it culminates into one of the most banger drops in a song you could ever hear. Then the electric guitar that floods in right after gets me going every time. Mechanical Rhythm also turns it up in the beginning with the guitar to make you feel that intense, boss-like atmosphere. The middle part transitions into a softer melody that is a bit of a breeze after a hurricane of an intro, and it creates a beautiful juxtaposition that eventually intertwines as the rest of the song has both of them going at the same time. Then you got the Xenoblade Chronicles medley, which mashes a few of those songs together and makes perfection. Don't even get me started with Xenoblade 2 music though, fellas, come on! Have you ever heard the beginning of Battle Torna? The intro is almost like a warning shot into how fire the rest of the song is gonna be. A fantastic battle theme. Still, move forward, counterattack, more Ardain, Praetor Amalthus. It's a disservice leaving the songs not talked about in depth, but this vid would be an hour long if I did so. Overall, Xenoblade has mastered battle themes. Going into these games completely blind is an experience and a half, given how intense, how beautiful, how immersive these songs are. In other words, I'm really feeling it. And after all that gassing up, there's only one song in the top 100 from Xenoblade. On the bright side, at least it's top 25, and at least it's You Will Know Our Names. I know a lot of you are waiting to see Legend of Zelda OST, fellas, and yup, here it is. The first one on the honorable mentions list. Fellas, I love Legend of Zelda music. Like I said, it's a perfect representation of the atmosphere in its game. Tall Tall Heights, Gerudo Valley, Kass's theme, they murder! However, because a lot of other songs have that whimsical and exploring tune to them that's usually a bit more upbeat, it doesn't always fit the mood of a battle very well. Some songs like Calamity Ganon Battle definitely do the job, but I felt like a majority didn't, and so for that, it didn't make the cut. Final Fantasy would have definitely been a strong contender, however a lot, if not all of its music, is copyrighted, and so as a result, I couldn't showcase it in this video.
Boo, you stink!
Don't boo me, man. Boo Square Enix. Kirby music is great, appears 6 times in the top 100, but it's Kirby. Listening to his music makes me want to eat flowers more than it does make me fight. It's super pop and upbeat, which isn't always the best for a big match. Smash original songs are fire too. 103 songs, so they technically have the most in the series, but a bunch of them are filler songs for the most part. Shout out to my favorite menu theme with Smash 4, intro theme with Brawl, and Targets for being the best overall bop. Not only are there 5 DK songs in the top 100, but the most viewed song is, of course, Gangplank Galleon, being over 5 million more than second place, Megalovania. And of course, Megalovania is fucking Megalovania. Probably has like 10 times more views elsewhere in another channel, but we're going just by this one for now. And props again to the DK OST, just a bit too upbeat for the most part to make the cut. ARMS, Star Fox, Metal Gear, and Bayonetta were all really close in making it to the top 10. It was definitely the hardest part of the vid, choosing numbers 10 to 7, since the quality was definitely there overall for all of them. And here it is, baby, number 1.
Persona!
Listen, fellas, you know me, I'm the most unbiased person in the world. Despite being a massive Persona fan, I tried looking at every OST objectively, and I can't see a possibility where Persona isn't number 1. Before delving into some songs, let me start out with the statistics instead of ending with them. In the top 10 most viewed Smash songs, 3 are from Persona, with it peaking at 3rd overall with the Beneath the Mask remix. Out of Persona's 11 songs, 10 of them are in the top 100, which is more representation than any other series. Legend of Zelda comes close with 9 songs being on the top 100, but they also have 4 times the total songs that Persona does. So based off stats alone, you can kinda get an idea of how great Persona music is. The series is known for its music, which is unreasonably great. Take the battle theme Last Surprise. Right from the beginning, you know this is gonna be a bop the way it starts off with the snazzy ensemble. My girl Lynn starts singing with an amazing tune, talking about how you're gonna get fucked up. She keeps hyping you up with the instruments creeping up slowly in the background. Then, it arrives. All of the build-up erupts into 5 words.
You'll never see it come down.
I have heard this song hundreds of times since it literally plays in every battle in Persona 5, but I will never get tired of it. Still a top 5 Persona song in the series for me with just how energetic and fiery it is. Mass Destruction is just as good as the battle theme, being the main one for Persona 3. The iconic baby 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 in the beginning has the same idea as Persona 5, where you know you're in for some heat. Lotus Juice starts rapping, creating the same build-up and anticipation until you reach the "oh yeah!" This song is one of my favorites because the lyrics are so catchy and easy to sing along with. Like, how much easier can you get than baby baby? And then you got Battle for Everyone's Souls, aka Battle Hymn of the Soul. One of the most iconic Persona songs. Thank God they put this one in here. It's the final boss music for Persona 3, and you can tell the atmosphere is intense as fuck. The music makes you feel like you're on top of a tower with the world on your shoulders, and this is a make it or break it situation. No wonder Elegant was able to beat Tweak, one of the best players in the world, in their most recent set. The first game of the set, it started with this song. And that's the thing, despite only choosing 11 songs, there are a lot of masterpieces on here. Last Surprise, masterpiece. Beneath the Mask remix, masterpiece. Shit, they did a great job with this one. Wake Up, Get Up, Get Out There, masterpiece. Rivers in the Desert, masterpiece and a half. Our Beginning, masterpiece. Reach Out to the Truth, pretty good, not quite a masterpiece. I'll Face Myself, I prefer the original way more. Time to Make History, masterpiece. Mass Destruction, masterpiece. Battle Hymn of the Soul, god tier masterpiece. Aria of the Soul, masterpiece. 9 out of 11 songs that go above and beyond in quality and will pump you the fuck up for battle. In general, I can't name any OST that is as consistent and high caliber as the Persona series, and so it's no surprise they were able to choose fantastic songs to put into a fighting game. And that's it, fellas, the top 10 best OSTs in Smash to listen to during a match. It was really hard to make this list. Of course, there are going to be some disagreements with it, so let me know what you think in the comments below. Yo, thanks for watching, fellas. I hope I didn't disrespect your favorite series, but let me know what you think, like I said. And if you liked the video, want to see more, let me know, like, subscribe, and I'll catch you later.